what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the first spring makeup tutorial of 2016, and this would have gone up sooner, but I tried to film this 3 times. This is the 3rd time I'm filming this, so hopefully 3rd time is a charm. I just didn't like the way the footage came out the first 2 times, and it's kind of ironic because we're actually expecting snow here in New Jersey, whether it comes or not. I don't know, but I was playing around with my Morphe 35O palette the other day, and I came up with this kind of springtime halo look, but it's a very subtle halo look. You kind of can't even really tell it's a halo look until you get up close and personal with it, which I kind of like because it provides something different to the look, but at the same time, it's still very soft, very feminine, very springtime look. So I paired it with a kind of rosy mauve lip. I think it's a good transition from winter to springtime. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As always, leave me comments down in the section below if you have any requests or anything like that. All my social media links will be posted down below as well. And I'm just going to jump right on to the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you want to see some more tutorials. And let's just get right on into it.
To start this look off, I'm going to prep my eyes, and today I'm using a concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm just tapping that in with my finger, and then I'm going to set it with a translucent powder. This will help all of these shadows that we apply later on blend more smoothly and not patchy. Next, I'm taking a combination of these 2 mid-tone brown shades, and I'm using them as my transition shades mixed together, and I'm taking that on a fluffy brush, and I'm just sweeping this back and forth into the crease. In addition to using windshield wiper motions, you want to alternate and use tiny circle motions as well throughout the crease. Go ahead and build that up to the intensity that you'd like. I'm also going to flick this out a little bit on the outer corner just to give it a wing-like shape. Next, I'm taking a tapered crease brush, and I'm taking this brown shade that's in the palette, and this looks a little bit deeper in the pan than it does on the skin, which is why I like it for this look, because again, this is a very subtle halo look that I'm doing. I'm not going to deepen up the outer corner or inner corner with this really deep dark brown shade, so this is the perfect medium brown shade to the inner and outer corners. For this step, I'm really not doing any blending. I'm really just tapping that shadow into place and then slightly blending out the edges to make sure that there's no harsh lines. But for this part, you really just want to make sure you're tapping that shadow into place, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the inner corner. Once you build those shadows up to the intensity that you want on each corner, you just want to take what's left on the brush and then connect the 2 corners from outer corner to inner corner. Personally, I didn't feel the need to tap my brush into the shadow again, but if you want to deepen up that crease a little bit, you can go ahead and definitely add more product if you'd like. Now I'm just going in with that first fluffy brush that I used just to blend the shadows together and make sure that everything is seamless. Next, with a damp 239 by MAC, I'm just taking MAC's All That Glitters and applying that to the center of the lid. I just wanted a base down before I went ahead and applied the super shimmery shadow from Morphe. Next, I'm taking this pink shimmery shade from the Morphe 35O palette and just on a flat brush, applying that to the center of the lid. This shade is one of my favorites in the palette. It kind of reminds me of Anastasia's Pink Champagne eyeshadow. So it's a little bit more pink. Anastasia's Pink Champagne is a little bit more brown toned, but again, they're very similar. This is just a little bit more pink, which I really like for this time of year. Going back to that tapered crease brush, I'm just taking a little bit more of that deeper brown shade and applying that to the outer and inner corners again, just in case I lost any intensity when applying that middle shade. I'm going to go ahead and apply my brow and lashes off camera and then finish up the eyes. So for all of you observant viewers out there, I had to go ahead and switch lashes. I couldn't for the life of me find the other lash that I had on before, but I switched over to the KoKo lashes in the style Misha. Then I went ahead and on a pencil brush, I took the 2 transition shades that we used earlier and just ran that along my lower lash line. And now I'm taking a small definer brush and using that more deeper toned brown and applying that closer to the lash line. I want to keep the lower lash line softer and not really smoky, so I'm just going to really diffuse the shadows on the lower lash line to make it a little bit softer. To make sure the lower lash line is connected with the outer corner, I'm going back with that tapered crease brush and making sure that the 2 edges are connected. And then to diffuse the shadows on the lower lash line even more, I'm just going to run my brush along the lower lash line a little bit. To keep the eyes really bright and awake, I'm going to take my Nude liner by Rimmel. This is the Scandaleyes liner, and just run that along the lower lash line, and then I'm going to apply a mascara on the lower lashes. Next, I'm taking my MAC sculpting powder in the shade Emphasize and just popping that underneath my brow just for a brow bone highlight. This final step is optional. I just wanted to include it. I'm applying MAC's Nylon Shadow into the inner corner. Again, you can totally skip this step. I just really like how bright and awake this makes your eyes look. I've already applied my liquid foundation and concealer to the skin. I've done my full face routine in my past 2 tutorials and Get Ready With Me, so I don't want you guys to get sick of seeing it. If you guys like seeing it, then I'll definitely include it in my next video. But now I'm applying my bronzer. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, and I'm just applying this to areas of the skin that I would contour. I'm not going to do a full face contour today, but I do want to add some warmth and dimension, so I'm going to add that to the hollows of my cheeks, on my forehead, and then along my jaw. For my highlight, I'm taking ColourPop's Whisp highlighter and just applying that to the tops of the cheekbones. I do go in with a nose highlight, but for that I used Mary Luminizer by The Balm. For my blush, I'm taking this shade from the City Color Cosmetics Intense Blush Quad. This is the collection number 4, and I'm taking the coolest tone blush out of the quad and applying that to my cheeks. I completely forgot I had this. I used to use this all of last summer. That's when I first got it, and I feel like I'm just going to use it again all of this summer. I love the shades in here. I love the warm orange shades. I love that with tan skin. If you don't have any City Color Cosmetics blushes, you need to go purchase them. For my lips, I'm going in with my NYX Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Natural. Now this is different from their pencil lip liner in the shade Natural. This is one of their twist up lip liners. These are a little bit more creamier than the pencils, and I kind of like them just a little bit better. For the center of my lips, I'm taking the NYX Cosmetics Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm. It's a mid-tone pinky beige shade. I really like it with this lip liner particularly, and I'm just applying that to my lips. This isn't my favorite lip product formula because it tends to wear away on the inner rim of the mouth, but I really like it because they don't dry down to a completely matte formula. I really like the way they feel on the lips. They don't dry my lips out whatsoever, so I do kind of like them, but again, they just wear around the lips easily. And so that wraps up this tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!